What is up? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm Ant, and you are checking out our Attitude Era recap series. In this series, we are going to be recapping the entire Attitude Era from 1997 all the way to 2001 when the Attitude Era ended. We just covered Monday Night Raw from December 15th, 1997, and tonight's episode is the Raw Is War, December 22nd, 1997. And this is a special Christmas holiday edition of Raw Is War. And we are live in Lowell, Massachusetts to start off Raw. And we open with a video package of D-Generation X and the New Age Outlaws taking out LOD last week, putting them through tables and sending them packing. We open our Christmas episode with snow falling from the sky. I miss Christmas, even though it was just a couple of months prior, and seeing this makes me want to get back into the Christmas spirit. Speaking of Christmas spirit, D-Generation X comes down to the ring. DX is Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Chyna. They come down, and Triple H and Shawn Michaels are wearing robes. Shawn Michaels wants to know if the fans have been good boys and girls. And if we have been good boys and girls, he has a present for us. Triple H then takes the microphone and says, the Legion of Doom, the greatest tag team in the history of the world, all in one day. DX brought that to a shivering halt, basically saying that they made Legion of Doom stop in their tracks. Triple H tells the Outlaws to stay out of D-Generation X's business, and then Triple H mentions Owen Hart, and Triple H says, I'm going to be your worst nightmare, and sends you packing to another company. Then Shawn Michaels brings up The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels says, The Undertaker, you couldn't beat me 2 times, and the 3rd time won't be a charm. At Bad Blood, I beat you like a red-headed stepchild. That's what Shawn Michaels tells The Undertaker. Shawn Michaels says, we have a Christmas present for you all, and he takes off the robes. Of course, the TV has it centered. They're wearing like mistletoe on their butts. Sergeant Slaughter comes down and he tells them that Shawn Michaels will defend the European title tonight against Triple H. And DX looks nervous, and Triple H looks a little upset. And Shawn Michaels tells Triple H that he doesn't lay down for absolutely anyone. So basically, Shawn Michaels is saying, listen, I'm not going to lose this title. I'm not going to lay down for you. I'm not going to let you win. And this is just fun entertainment for DX. This moment is very historical. We see it a lot on TV. And it was a great opening segment for Raw Is War. Our first match, Henry Godwinn with Phineas taking on Headbanger Trasher with Mosh. And Henry Godwinn's such a great guy. I do talk to him sometimes on our Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast Instagram page. He is very knowledgeable on the business, and he was such a great character back in the day, as was Headbanger Trasher. So Phineas attacks Trasher, causing the disqualification win. And after the match, the Godwinns whip the Headbangers with their leather straps that they have. And the Godwinns pretty much want to send the message to the Headbangers that, you can try to beat us, but you can't, because we will be unstoppable. The Headbangers were one of my favorite tag teams too when they first came out, because they were so different. And to see the Godwinns annihilate the Headbangers was awesome. Next, we see Mankind backstage, and Mankind says, when you break D-Love's ribs, mine hurt too. And Mankind wants to make the Yuletide gay. He will give the Outlaws the beating of their lives tonight. That's from Mankind. We then see footage from earlier on in the night of Stone Cold Steve Austin nailing Santa Claus with a stunner. That was a huge moment a lot of people laugh at. And fun fact, the child in that segment was a young Jimmy Uso. And seeing Stone Cold just lay out Santa Claus was something different and unique, and the fans loved it. And I for sure popped at home when I saw it. Next, we have the WWF Intercontinental Champion, The Rock, with the Nation of Domination, taking on The Undertaker. And The Undertaker nailed a big boot. Paul Bearer comes out during the match. Undertaker goes for old school, but low blows The Undertaker. Rock kicks away and delivers a people's elbow, and he gets a 2 count. And The Undertaker lands a leg drop. Undertaker lands a 1-arm choke slam and a tombstone. And before Undertaker can make the pin, Kane comes out. And Paul Bearer invites us to feast our eyes upon the Phenom. He tells The Undertaker that he's nothing but a shell of a man, And Paul Bearer gives him one last chance to step up to your brother, Kane. And he goes, I'm ashamed I ever had anything to do with you. Paul Bearer claims you're nothing anymore. Your poor parents were celebrating the holiday season with maggots. Undertaker gets in Paul Bearer's face. That's when Kane attacks him. He grabs Undertaker by the throat, but the Undertaker doesn't fight back. Kane continues to attack, and Paul Bearer says that 1998 will be the year of Kane. So that's cool to see Kane, like in his debut, making a name for himself, starting out as a rookie in this point. And his character is just so great and so different. And to see the Undertaker continue to get attacked by Kane and not do anything is definitely making the storyline riveting for sure. So Paul Bearer claims that 1998 will be the year of Kane. And it definitely was a good year for Kane. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to start the War Zone. We have the European title on the line. We're seeing Mark Mero in action. We get to see the artist formerly known as Goldust and much more. Stay tuned. The Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast family would like you to check out Anchor.
With Anchor, you can record, edit, and publish your own podcast for free.
Distributing your podcasts has never been this easy with Anchor, which allows you to send out your podcast to platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and much, much more.
Get uncensored and download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Welcome back. You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Yes, definitely check out anchor.fm. It is the best place to create your own podcast for free and distribute it out as well. We are streaming everywhere podcasts are available, including Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and much more. Just type in the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. We are also available on YouTube. Search the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Anytime new content is created, it will get sent. A notification will get sent right to your cell phone, so you will know when we are live or when a new episode is airing. Thank you for sticking around, and we are back with Raw Is War from December 22nd, 1997. We now have the European title on the line. The champion Shawn Michaels defending against his friend Triple H. China walks down first. Before the match starts, we see the New Age Outlaws attacking someone backstage, thinking it was Mankind. However, they find out it was not Mankind that they were attacking. As Triple H is walking down for his match, Owen Hart attacks Triple H and leaves him lying and runs off to the back. So far, so that's just been crazy in the sense of all the chaos happening. We then have Scott Taylor taking on Marvelous Mark Mero. And Mero has Sable come out in a reindeer outfit. Mark Mero laughs at her and kicks her out of the ring. Scott Taylor with a flying clothesline and a 2 count. Mark Mero gets a quick win after a TKO. After the match, Mero attacks. Scott Taylor continues to attack him, hits a low blow. Tom Brady runs out, sends Mark Mero out, drop kicks him into the railing. Sable then enters the ring, takes off her reindeer costume, revealing her sexy Santa outfit. And seeing Sable come out in the reindeer outfit was definitely funny. Mark Mero is such a good heel, such an asshole. Didn't want anyone to be around Sable. And I remember growing up really liking Sable, and obviously every boy did. And seeing Mark Mero play the heel, jealous boyfriend is funny because that Sable is with Brock Lesnar. In real life, Mark Mero kind of backed down from Lesnar. So next we have Kurgan with the Jackal taking on 8-Ball, and Kurgan gets the win after a sidewalk slam. After the match, 8-Ball attacks Kurgan and the Jackal until Truth Commission runs out and attacks DOA. And then eventually all the rest of the DOA members run down with pipes and they attack the Truth Commission. Next, we see the New Age Outlaws again looking for Mankind backstage. Still haven't found him. We get the 1-800-RAW rewind earlier to see Kane attacking the Undertaker. We then have the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock, taking on D'Lo Brown with the Nation of Domination. And this is a good match. Ken nails a belly to belly and the ankle lock, and D'Lo Brown taps out. The Rock comes out The Rock tells Ken Shamrock that Ken Shamrock is king of the UFC, which is full of has-beens and never was. And The Rock has a Christmas gift for Ken Shamrock. He challenges Ken to a match at the Royal Rumble. And The Rock says he's going to put the Intercontinental title on the line. Do you have the guts? And you know dang well that Ken Shamrock definitely does have the guts to take on The Rock for the title. We'll find out more in the coming weeks. More on that. The Age Outlaws are backstage. They're still looking for Mankind, but Mankind is able to attack them. However, they get the better of Mankind and they lock him in a walk-in freezer. So Mankind's gonna have a chilly Christmas. The artists formerly known as Goldust and Luna Vachon, they come out to the ring, and Goldust is dressed up as a Christmas tree. Very bizarre. Definitely something to see if you've never seen this segment before. He's reading "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and eventually Santa Claus comes out and he gives the fans candy. And he comes into the ring and he hits the artist formerly known as Goldust with his bag and reveals himself to be the big dude, the man they call Vader. And Vader and Goldust will meet at Royal Rumble. But Vader's just done with Goldust's crap. He's tired of Goldust doing the silly stuff, and he wants to take him on. We then get a promo for the Royal Rumble coming to you January 18th, 1998. Sponsored by 1-800-COLLECT Call. Be a great show. Well, we are here on our main event, the WWF European title on the line. The European champion and the WWF champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, defending against his good friend, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, with China. Oh, this match was really silly. The whole entire time they're making us think they're going to fight. And eventually, Shawn Michaels lays down and Triple H pins him to become the new European champion. After the match, Shawn Michaels begins to cry, saying this match was emotionally draining. Hunter Helmsley says it's the greatest moment of his life, and they just mock WWE. And Sergeant Slaughter comes out on stage, and Slaughter says, "You can laugh now, but next week you will defend your European title against Owen Hart." Now, at that time, Shawn Michaels and Triple H did not hear this, so they were just doing their thing, whatever. But a lot has happened on this episode of Raw. You have Mankind getting locked in the freezer chest. You have Triple H beating Shawn Michaels for the European title and making a mockery out of WWE. You have Kane continuing to attack his brother, The Undertaker, and Undertaker not doing anything back. We saw Stone Cold Steve Austin hit a stunner on Santa Claus. The artist formerly known as Goldust came out as a Christmas tree. Sable dressed up as a reindeer and ended up being sexy Mrs. Claus. The Undertaker and The Rock had a great match and much more. A lot happened on this episode of Raw Is War. Next week, we will be coming to you with Raw from December 29th, 1997. They're going to be live in Long Island, New York. We know that Triple H will be defending the European title against Owen Hart, and a lot more to come on that Raw. Thank you all for checking this out with me and going down memory lane. This was a great episode of Raw, a great start to the Attitude Era. We're almost in 1998, and that's when things will kick up a bit more. I want to thank you all for staying tuned and checking us out. We are the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, and we will be back next week with our Raws. Well, not next week. Our next episode will be Raw Is War, December 29th, 1997. Stay tuned, be safe, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.